Hello and welcome to our channel. If you haven't done so, please subscribe and maybe even hit the like button. It would really help this channel out. Today Delta and I are going to the War Eagles Museum in Santa Teresa, which is near El Paso, Texas. They're supposed to have a B17 and a B25 World War II bombers there. And we would like to try and take a look at those. Hopefully it works out, because this is the windy season here in El Paso. And today, once again, it's very windy, but at least it's not a severe dust storm like we had yesterday. Oh, Delta and I made it. We are here at the War Eagles Museum. There's the sign. And you can see the B25 and behind it the B17. So we're gonna go inside and take a look. So that was a little tricky to get in. There were a lot of kids, and then some mom bought a lot of things and the back broke and everything fell down and all the bottles busted. So yeah, this is what it's about. It's the Flying Legends of Victory tour, which tours the country, and their stopover here in El Paso is till Sunday. Today is Saturday. We're gonna walk the museum later. They're also currently detailing all the planes and cars that they have. But we're gonna go outside first. Yeah, and you can go on a ride on the B17 and the B25, and the prices are anywhere from $450 to $800 and something dollars, depending on which seat you take. If you are the waist gunner, which would be here on the tail there on the side, they're like $450. Bombardier, stuff like that, they're like in the $800 range. Yeah, to me it looks like if the B-17 is getting ready to take off. Pilot is in its seat, lights are on. As far as I know, they do the flights till 2 p.m. It's roughly around noon right now. Yeah, there goes the first engine. And the fourth engine is about to start. And there it goes. All four engines running now. What a beautiful sight to see the B-17 flying in a few minutes. And there she starts rolling. That's the commemorative Air Force. They're from Arizona. Just heard that they're done flying the B25. So that means maybe we can get a little bit closer. She's called the Maid in the Shade. That's what her name is. And of course, she has quite some armament on it. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, type of this plane was back in 1941. I believe it was 1941, and the Doolittle attack on Tokyo. They were stripped off all the guns to make them lighter, and then they took off an aircraft carrier to retaliate Pearl Harbor. Come on, girl. Yeah, and Delta is thrilled to see all that. Huh? Delta. (1944) Corsica. I just noticed that now, that those chalks here say Hornet. That was the name of the aircraft carrier from where the Doolittle Raid against Tokyo started with the B-25.
Are you familiar with the Doolittle Raid?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I just noticed, that the chalks say Hornet.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
And we actually have 3 Doolittle Raider signatures here.
No kidding.
We have Thatcher, who was in ship number 7, Salo in 15. Both of them were from, huh? Okay, come on in, guys.
Wow, that is April 18, 1942. Well, that is awesome.
Well, that was the day of the Doolittle Raid.
Yeah.
Sailor was at ship number 15. This is Cole. He was Jimmy Doolittle's co-pilot.
Wow.
And this will talk about the Doolittle Raid. Are you guys familiar with it?
No.
Okay, I'll give you the history in just a few minutes later.
I need their option.
No, it is fine. This is just a museum in here. All these signatures are somebody that had something to do with World War II or B-25. Data's enjoying the shade underneath the B-25, huh? Data. Data. Yeah, girl. Yeah, girl.
Right.
So they're actually refueling now the B17. And they measure the tanks with a stick. Well, that was awesome. I just learned something new, that some of the original crew that were part of the Doolittle Raid signed in that bomb bay there. I hope it's visible on the video. And we gotta go because the B17 is ready to take off. Gotta go behind the gate. And yeah, that is truly some history right there. Yeah, they're definitely detailing everything. So I assume that we cannot walk around where we usually do, because they're giving all those airplanes a pretty good chime. The famous MiG-15 Russian fighter here. But this is a two-seater. They also have the single-seater, which is over there. Yeah, and this is the famous DC-3. But this was actually also a plane that was used in Normandy during D-Day. This is a great museum here. This is a A-26 Invader right here. And then here a MiG-21. Here you can see those guys detailing the planes. They're working hard. It's a special detailing company that does this job. And then here we are again at their classic car collection. Yeah, and here that famous German short takeoff and landing plane, the Fieseler Stork. I don't know if I can get a glimpse there from the cockpit. No, I don't think so. Here we can get a glimpse inside the cockpit of the Fieseler Stork. Oh, it's a two-seater now. Yeah. First time that I see this myself like that. Cool. Got another helicopter underneath the ceiling here. Now I can go up to it. TBM Avenger torpedo plane here, and actually I can go in here into the bomb bay. Yeah, we're getting ready to leave. We saw what we came to see, the B17. It just landed again, and it's close to 2, so that was their last flight for the day.
Hat ihr so Volunteer auch im Museum?
Who? Which one?
Hier.
That one.
Der war im Zweiten Weltkrieg, war er auf einer B17.
Oh, okay.
Und bei seinen Mission, auf 51 Mission hat er einen Safety Pin von einer Bombe abgenommen und dann drauf geschrieben Datum und die
Those tags here?
Ort, ne? Ja.
Oh my goodness.
Die haben ja unten den Propeller, die Bomben da vorne.
Ja, ja.
Und dann müssen wir den Safety Pin dann abziehen.
Yeah, we just ran into a friend of mine, also a retired veteran. He lives here for over 50 years and he's a volunteer here at the museum. And oh my God, he can tell me all kinds of stories about this museum, because I don't know for how long he volunteers here already. But no, this was a great day again. So now we're getting ready to leave. Yeah, that was really an interesting event here at the War Eagles Museum in Santa Teresa. Very nice and friendly people. Unfortunately, we could not get closer to the B17. The reason why is because it just arrived this morning due to the strong winds. The B25 was here already yesterday. So yeah, all in all, great event. So there's one thing I want to show real quick here. We are at a Lowe's truck stop, and that is new, what I'm going to show here. I mean, I heard about those, but those where I'm parking right now are RV sites where you can spend the night. And let me take a look what they offer here. Looks like it's still under construction somewhat, but they got electricity, water, yes, and they do have sewer. So here's the water hookup, electricity, and then there is sewer. And there's the sign for that, RV hookups. So they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sites here at that truck stop, which is just 1 mile from the War Eagles Museum. So if you're interested in passing by, stop here, go to the museum. You can even spend the night here. There's also a restaurant not too far from here. And yeah, they also have Subway and pizza and whatnot. And you can fuel up. So yeah, it doesn't get any easier than that. And there's the check-in for the RV. I assume that is like you put in your credit card or something. Let's take a quick look at that. Check-in RV hookup. Yeah, there's a terminal. Scanning the QR code. Quiet hours are 10 till 8. Pets must be on a leash. Yeah, the usual stuff. Cool. Interesting. So those are the RV sites right here. Who would have known?
United States aircraft carrier Hornet, part of a task force steaming into Japanese waters, is now revealed as the secret base from which American planes first bombed Tokyo. Here is that secret airfield. 16 B-25s, twin-motored Army bombers, lashed to the Hornet's flight deck. The dramatic saga of a combined Army-Navy mission that brought panic to Japan and stirred the world for its brilliance and daring. Colonel Doolittle, now a Major General, assembles his 80 volunteers before the flight. Not until this moment is their objective revealed: the heart of the island empire, A fitting touch. Japanese medals awarded United States officers for humanitarian aid to the Japanese people are returned attached to 500-pound bonds. Now, in heavy seas, some 800 miles off Japan, enemy patrol boats are sighted and sunk. Survivors are picked up and put aboard a cruiser. Fearing they have radioed Tokyo a warning, Doolittle decided to take off 10 hours ahead of schedule. Plans are changed on an hour's notice. Motors begin to warm up. Never before have big loaded bombers been launched in such numbers from a carrier at sea. For months they've trained secretly. Now for the test. Doolittle's plane is first down the runway, the commander leading the flight. As the carrier plows through heavy seas, one bomber after another soars from the flight deck, pointed for Japan. The sea grows rougher, the weather worse, but not one plane fails to get into the air. Taking the gale in its teeth, each bomber sets its course for carefully prearranged military objectives in Japan, a course that will put them over Tokyo at high noon in broad daylight. The Yokosuka Naval Base ablaze. Arms plants, rail yards, and oil refineries smashed by the raiders in Tokyo, Yokohama, Kobe, and Osaka. Then journey's end for the great adventure. Fuel gone, 15 of the planes are wrecked as their crews are forced to bail out over China and Japanese-occupied territory. The Japanese government flatly admits that of 8 uniformed flyers captured, some have been executed. This in flagrant violation of all international law. 64 of the 80 men who took off were rescued, and most of them have returned to duty. In Chongqing, Madam Chiang Kai-shek honored Doolittle and his gallant men for a raid that did much to shake the complacency of the Japanese warlords.